Hello everyone, we are Laurentiu and Alexandra, Master Certified Ascension Coaches with Twin Flame Universe.
And today we will talk about the difference between twin flames and soulmates. A very good topic to discuss about because I know there's like a lot of confusion from people because they're like, oh, like you talk about twin flames, but that's like your soulmate, right? Because the way that we talk about twin flames is like, yeah, they're the love of your life, they're your ultimate partner, they're the one that it's meant to you for, yeah, to be with you forever. And I know like that in pop culture and everywhere, usually that's a soulmate. But that's not really actually the truth. So let's just dive into what are the key differences between twin flames and soulmates. And let's just start with soulmates actually. Let's talk about soulmates. So soulmates are, relationships that you can have in your life, people that you generally resonate very well with, and you have a good relationship. It's like a very comforting relationship, and you have a lot of companionship. And the soulmates can actually be anybody from friends, family, co-workers, anybody that's really kind of close to you, and you have generally a good connection with. You support each other. Soulmate connections are really supportive in your life. It's good to have soulmates, but ultimately we see that the romantic side of the soulmate connection kind of comes from confusion more than actual romance
Or desire of romance.
or desire of romance. Like, yeah, you can have companionship and you can have a good relationship. And I see how, if you do not know twin flame love and how romance with your twin flame feels like, you will feel like, oh yeah, soulmate. Yay, I know I've been there. I've been like, oh my god, I love this person and I feel like we have such a connection. And it was not the case. So you don't need to be hard on yourself if you have been with a soulmate, or you have looked at soulmates romantically, because I think like all of us have, because we just didn't know what twin flame love was really like. Now, when it comes to soulmates, I think like another key element to discuss is that while they may, let's say you can have a companionship with them, even kind of romantically, because people say like, they're married with soulmates, or they have a relationship with soulmates for a long, long time, ultimately, the relationship with your soulmate or a soulmate is not really meant to be like your perfect match. Your soulmate, can be somebody who's again aligned with you, but not aligned with you perfectly. And I think like that's the key distinct difference between a twin flame and a soulmate, right?
Mhm.
Like a soulmate is not the same as you. It's not the same. I don't want to say the same soul, because twin flames are not actually the same soul, but it's not like the same as you. It's like a different person that will make different choices and will make at some point, at some point may leave, because simply put, being together won't be beneficial for your growth, both of your growth anymore, because naturally you will want to go in a direction and a soulmate will not align with you at some point in that direction, and you will go on several ways, which can cause obviously heartbreak, and it is like a rather upsetting experience to have, right?
Yeah, exactly, because even though you may want to be with a soulmate, let's say some of you might be, some of you might not, some of you have already come to the conclusion, yeah, I just want your twin flame. The point is here, like with a soulmate, even though let's say you want to be with one because say, okay, twin flame is too hard, it's too much to deal with. Well, if you start to go on that path and then you start to say, well, I want to improve myself, I want to improve this relationship, what will happen if you do that? That's the death of that relationship.
Yeah, because with a soulmate, generally, like you kind of meet in a certain space, but it's not really guaranteed that you will grow together or move together in a way that you do with your twin flame. And generally, moving together in the future at some point might come with compromises or sacrifices on either your side, on your soulmate's side. Like you, in order for you to be together, maybe you have to let go of a dream, or you can't really do what you desire, or there's like frustrations because you don't, again, like there's not a perfect alignment. And at some point in being together with a soulmate, from our experience and from what we see, is that you feel very good. Like you have, let's say, 60% compatibility with this person. That's freaking amazing. But at some point, that 40% not compatibility will feel more and more heavy, will feel more and more unpleasant, and you will feel more and more sad because there's like a 40% of your life that is not being satisfied with this person. And it's not your fault and it's not their fault, because again, you're not meant to complete each other in that way, or to be with each other in that way. So this is where I think we can segue and discuss about twin flames, because this problem won't come up with your twin flame, because you and your twin flame naturally align. Like you are one, and you will make the same choices for the future. You have the same values. You align in all ways. That's the main difference between soulmates and twin flames here. That is really crucial, right? If a soulmate can be 40% or 60%, a twin flame will always be 100%. And will that comes with its benefits, and it's a bit of a drawback as well, but we will discuss about that as well, because I know like a lot of you might be right now, oh my god, but my twin flame is not wanting to be with me and is doing all of these things right now. Don't worry, we'll cover that as well, and why that happens. So that's one of the things with twin flame relationships. They are you, so there will be a perfect compatibility between you and your twin flame, and that is because there is a soul level connection between you and your twin flame, where you are made for one another in that way. Now, because you are so close, because you are one, there is something that happens, that's mirroring. Now, when we talked about soulmates and we said like, yeah, it's comfortable and it's okay and it's whatever, you have that companionship and it's good. Well, that's where a lot of people seem to have an issue with the twin flame relationship, because it seems like there's a lot of conflict or like disagreements or like intensity in a way in the connection. But that's only because of this key factor in the twin flame dynamic. If with a soulmate you weren't necessarily required to grow, you just exist, and a soulmate would be with you in that way. And it's only when you grow you will start to see misalignment with your twin flame, with your soulmate. Sorry. So only if you grow you would start to see disagreements or misalignments with your soulmate.
Yep.
A twin flame relationship will naturally push you to grow. It's part of the dynamic to be in a constant state of self-development, self-growth, self-evolution. And I understand this is not for everybody, but it is a thing that it's very enjoyable. Like if you are into becoming the best version of yourself, healing yourself, facing your traumas, because this is like something you will get, like facing what's holding you back. Like if you feel like in life, like you want to be something more, and you want to have something more that you currently have experienced, and that for that it is required for you to change, it is required for you to do just something different. That's where the twin flame journey really comes into effect, and that's why you may be attracted to the twin flame journey, because you, as us, might see like these people being together are not having a good time, they're not living a good relationship. And why is that, So with twin flames, you can totally, have like a very good and amazing experience, like the best experience from a romantic perspective you can have with your twin flame. It does come at a cost, and that cost is for you to be willing to change and grow and really learn love. Because again, like something that we talk about is that we are kind of used to learn about romantic relationships from soulmates, because potentially a lot of the relationships that we see in our life are soulmate relationships, or even just toxic karmic relationships. We do not have enough twin flame role models around us, at least not at the time of this recording.
I mean, we do have quite a few twin flame role models in around the.
I mean, you cannot compare with the billions of people on the planet, Laurentiu.
I mean, yes,
that's what
but
I mean. And that, like, around the people watching,
yes.
you don't have very much likely a twin flame role model.
Okay, yes, around the whole world, people to just see it and look at it. Yes.
Yes, like you can walk on the street and be like, oh yeah, that's a twin flame couple. Like, we don't have that right now, and because of that, you don't really know how a twin flame relationship functions, and it functions different than a soulmate relationship. And if you will try to apply kind of the same mentality that you do with the soulmate relationship or other type of relationship, that's where usually things kind of go a bit haywire, because you do need to kind of relearn a bit the relationship dynamic that you have with your twin flame, or how to relate in general, so you can have a peaceful relationship with your twin flame. Like, as you can see, we are together, we're good, we don't blow up being here or something, we don't explode, we're good, we're peaceful. But it's like we did have to like grow into that companionship together, and that's something that will require healing, will require some growth. But what are other perks of the twin flame relationship and differences between twin flames and soulmates? What would you say, Laurentiu?
Well, other parts of the twin flame relationship, it is that you're always going to meet each other in the place of peace. Whenever I heal, for example, I will always meet Alexandra in the same space.
Yeah.
She will make the choice in the same time with me, even though she doesn't want to. Like I always like to give this example of like, and if I met with you guys or some of you that have met and we discussed about this, I said about this story when a while ago, I don't know, probably it's a year at this point ago, when we had some kind of argument, and then when Alexandra was upset at me, was very upset, like, no, I don't want to do the inner work, I don't want to do anything, like, nothing, like, it's your fault. And I was like, fine, I'm just going to move through the inner work. And I said, okay, I'm just going to move through the feelings, because I felt like that was her piece. But because she didn't want to move through it, I wasn't just going to sit there and just wait for her to do something, because that wouldn't be really compassionate. So in that moment, instead of waiting for her to do the work, I took it upon myself and said, well, Alexandra upsets me because she doesn't want to do the inner work. Well, I do the mirror exercise and I come to peace. And as I come to peace, I come into that place of good feeling. And I remember after I kind of came to that completion within myself and relief, I come back to her and I was like, how do you feel? And then she tells me, I don't know if you remember this, but she told me, I'm upset that I cannot be upset at you anymore.
Yeah.
And basically that's how it happens. When you really heal, your twin flame will follow through and won't be able to be upset about whatever it happened, no matter what you did. No matter how hard and unforgivable that may seem, like when you really heal, you will see the reflection in your twin flame. And that's, for me, a huge perk, because you don't have to worry about, will that person that you're in a relationship with, will it change? Will actually like see it? Will you move to their feelings, or will they get stuck? Because with your twin flame, there's no way to not move forward if you use the principles with kind of learning as well, with the teaching of union and with the mirror exercise. You will really help that other partner by you moving through your feelings. Move through them.
Yeah, so I think the key distinction here is like, with you will go about your healing journey, right? And you will grow as a person if that's something that you want. With a soulmate, it's not guaranteed that you will remain together if you are together, or if you will align in the future. Again, because you're not the same. But with your twin flame, there's like this guarantee in a way that you will align. Like, you are meant to be together, and you are meant to, have this relationship. And there is no way for you to not align in a way if you do the right things to manifest your union. The right things are always going to be aligned with you becoming better, you loving yourself more, you growing, you letting go of toxic patterns, or you learning how to have more confidence in yourself, you learning how to be just in a better space, learning what you want to do in life, and if you have like greater purpose, your twin flame will naturally align with you in all of these sides. But with a soulmate, there will not be an alignment, and again, that lack of alignment at some point will become very, um, in our opinion, it can become very, draining. And again, you're not, your soul will likely crave for, those pieces that are not being met with the twin flame to be met. And again, it's not your soulmate's fault, it's not your fault, it's just you're not meant to have that with one another. And that's where your twin flame will meet you in those places, and it's a really good thing because you can relax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Some other things maybe about the difference or the perks of being with your twin flame. Well, besides all that we said so far, and besides like always going deeper in love with your twin flame, uh, and like with your twin flame, it will always be just better and better and better. Of course, it does require the work. It is a lifestyle. It's not just you do something now and then you relax for the rest of your life. It's like you have to do a constant work. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like anybody knows that, for example, to be able to be at a certain level of finances, you need to have a certain level of discipline in your life. So you have to maintain a certain lifestyle because you have to support yourself. You have to do certain things. Same with this. With everything in life, you'll have a lifestyle.
Yep.
And depending on that lifestyle, it will be supportive or unsupportive to this relationship. So we communicated what you need to do there. But when it comes to soulmates, and I think like a big difference that I also get when I speak with people in calls and explain about the difference is that, well, with a twin flame, if you try to focus on them, they will not focus on you back.
Yeah.
Because that's not how it works.
Yep.
I understand that people are used to relationship, like when they focus on their soulmate will focus back on them.
Yeah.
I prioritize you, you prioritize me. But that, even though might seem okay, well, yes, I get their attention because I'm doing that, but that may feel bad in the long run. May feel good now because you get attention now, but as you keep doing it, you'll feel worse and worse inside because you'll have to do stuff that don't feel good for you so you can prioritize them.
Yeah.
So you don't put yourself first. When with twin flames, if you do that, it's gonna break down.
Your twin flame will not be interested in that.
Yes, because your twin flame is you, and if you don't focus on you before them, they're gonna feel that. Because it's kind of like this: if you feel bad and you don't prioritize yourself, and you want to give them your twin flame attention, so they could give you back attention. Let's say you come from that space that doesn't feel good. Maybe you have a bit of uncomfortable feeling. You just don't feel good. Well, when you go there and give that attention, what are you actually going to give? You're going to give them comfortable feeling. And your twin flame will be very sensitive to that and will be like, no, thank you. Go away. But if you actually like prioritize yourself before them and you come into a place of peace and you come to a place that you enjoy yourself, your own company, and really have that priority, make sure you don't have anybody else above you or your twin flame. It's more like God, you, your twin flame, everybody else. If you have that kind of priority, then your twin flame will prioritize you as well. Because if you prioritize yourself before your twin flame will prioritize themselves over you. And that will mean, since you're one at the core, you prioritize each other. And that's just simple. You focus on yourself and feeling good, and you can be with your twin flame. You don't focus on yourself feeling good and you try to make them happy, it's not going to work out.
They will not focus on themselves as well, and not either on you because you're one. They will focus on something else.
Yeah, usually what happens here, a person focuses on their twin flame first, and guess what's happening? Their twin flame focusing on another person.
Yep.
They do the same thing. They do the same pattern that you do there.
Yep, exactly. Good. So these are the main key differences between a soulmate and a twin flame. I hope you guys, manage to kind of see better the differences in the relationships, so you can take an educated decision for yourself. What would you like to choose? Obviously, we are biased, we like twin flames, but if you are here and you would like a soulmate, that's also totally fine. Do that. But yeah, these are the differences, so what kind of person you may be dealing with. And remember that it's always about you getting to know yourself, and this is kind of how you will get clarity about the connection. Good?
Yeah. Yeah, and don't forget, we are here to help you. We are Master Certified Ascension coaches, as you said at the beginning, and we can help you overcome all kind of blocks in your twin flame journey, so you can have an easier and fun time to be able to come together with your twin flame. We have helped already quite a few people to come together and to overcome all kinds of block in their twin flame journey. So we don't believe anything is impossible. So if you want that help, contact us and we can help you move deeper.
Yep. Otherwise, leave your thoughts in the comments, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.